Test excavation is really used to determine the integrity of a site, to determine whether it's been disturbed, whether there are multiple layers of occupation that are present at the site, or whether everything's jumbled into one layer. And it is the key assessment tool to determine a site's significance or importance to the past history of an area. And test excavation usually involves the excavation of a 1 by 2 meter rectangle to get a sense of what is below the ground, and how can we learn more about that by digging a larger unit and being able to look at soil profiles and stratigraphy and other kinds of information that you can't get from pedestrian survey or shovel testing. And the first step in the process of excavating a test unit is to clear off the topsoil. Okay, so you do this all the way around, except here. And this is your datum point. This is the place where you're going to be taking all your measurements from with your string and your line level. We then start looking for differences in soil color. Scrape it several times, and does it stay? It looks different now, doesn't it, than it did? So it's organic stuff that fills in the feature that gives us the approximate location because it's slightly darker soil. And then excavating what we think is the pit feature separately from the non-pit feature soil, which is a different color.
So if this was the base of level 2, what you'll start next is feature level 1.
Feature level 1.
Okay? So you'll dig just what you guys define as the feature.
Okay.
The darker soils down 10 centimeters. Mm-hmm. You'll do your paperwork, you'll map it, you'll bag everything up, you finish that, and then you'll dig unit level 3.
So it's a combination of how we come down on them from the top, you know, what they look like in plan view, and then what they look like in cross-section. You know, when the really dark soil and the charcoal was hit, you stop. Because now we know that we're dealing with what in situ stuff that's in place. And we want to map where the sample comes from, you know, the horizontal dimension and how far down. So we've taken a radiocarbon sample. We need to finish excavating this portion of the feature and then consider whether we're going to do some other kinds of samples. It's sort of like thinking in reverse. People a few hundred years ago dug a hole in the ground. They did something in that hole. And then it was filled in either by them or soil filling in over the last several hundred years. So what we're trying to do is figure out where that pit is and how it got filled in and what it might have been used for.